What's up, YouTube? Haven here today with a very special episode. Uh, Basically, if you're here watching this, this is a bonus because what this is actually for is to document my first nuke. I've been playing War Thunder regularly, like near daily for 2 years, and this is my first nuke. Now, why is it your first nuke? Well, I'm not going to say it's my first nuke because it's just now for the first time that I've been playing over 6-7. But that is a large contributing factor. I've been grinding kind of all the tech trees sort of equally, except for maybe like Israel and Japan. I don't have those ground forces ground out. The other thing is I play mostly Air RB, especially for that first year of playing War Thunder. I played mostly Air RB. So what I'm getting at is I've been taking sort of the ground RB side of it pretty seriously only in the last year or so, which is still a long time for your first nuke. And what I'm here to show you today, so I finally unlocked the Bradley. I've been working for like the last week on unlocking the Bradley. I've been playing the XM1, been playing 7.7, been playing 7.3. But I'm in that like rank 6 area where it finally takes a while to unlock a vehicle. Finally got the Bradley, and what I wanted to do with the Bradley is to kind of peek and play with ATGMs, and I don't even have this thing spaded yet. I've been playing with this for like 4 games. I unlocked it last night, and I got Sinai, and I got this perfect game here where I can abuse the ATGM launcher. I'm using the gunner sight, trick. I've got my elevation, sniper mode elevation all the way maxed out. And so this first part of this game is just like getting used to getting a position, really trying to get the depression right. So when I started this game, I wasn't interested in getting a nuke. I was interested in spading the Bradley and getting used to these ATGMs, getting used to this kind of strategy where you like peek over and all you do is you just sort of only show the ATGM launcher. So I was playing this game and I was like, man, I'm doing pretty good. I'm getting a ton of scouts. Like, unfortunately, I missed that part of the replay, or I did not capture that first like 7 minutes of the game. And I was just getting a ton of scouts. I didn't get a lot of kills. I think I got 6 kills total game. But I was getting a ton of scouts. I was doing this peeking. They could only see the launcher. They're shooting at me this whole time. I'm really distracting the whole team, getting tons of scouts, and then getting a couple kills. And I'm playing it. I'm like, okay, I finally got this ATGM launcher thing figured out. I'm going to move up, and we're going to finally take some capture points and stuff like that. And ultimately, I'm like, I generally have died by now. Generally, someone gets a lucky hit on me, or I do something stupid, or I get a dumb bounce, like I get Gaijined or whatever, or I just mainly play stupid. Let's be fair here. I mainly play stupid. But yeah, I'm sitting here and I'm like, this is a pretty good game here, and I'm still in the Bradley. Like, let me check the spawn points. And I'm like, the first time I check it, I think I'm at like 1,800 points. And I'm like, okay, this has got potential. I need to play smart. And at this point, I'm moving up and trying to win the game, because I think one of the things that really worked out for me in this game that allowed me to get the nuke was the enemy team just kept respawning. Like they had the capture points, but we were doing the killing. We had a team that was very much sitting back. So I'm doing the scouting, they're doing the killing, I'm getting occasional kills, and we got to get the capture points. So the capture points being in their favor with their points really enabled this to happen. And at this point of the game, I'm not really doing anything. I'm scouting. I finally figure out how to back into the hill at some point to get my ATGM. Even maxed out elevation, I'm still not able to get some of these shots off I want to. So I'm just scouting. It's fine. One of the nice things is when your launcher gets hit, it's like a 6-second repair. But you can just see them just shooting at me. Like, they know where I am. I'm scouted, but I'm just kind of keeping only the launcher above the ridge, and just keep scouting them. I don't know. I guess you guys are probably not going to see the best play ever in this game. This is not going to be like I will show the whole game. Please, hopefully you can learn something from it. But I mean, to be honest with you guys, this is a selfish video. Like I'm documenting the first time I ever got a nuke in War Thunder. That's what I'm here for. I even got times where I'm like, I don't understand why the launcher isn't in firing. It's because I'm reversed, right? It won't launch that way. So I'm sitting here not even like I'm completely oblivious at this point of the game that this could actually be a thing. I'm just thinking that this is a regular game. And so if you're sitting here playing ground forces, you've never got a nuke, I think one of the things to focus on is don't focus on trying to get a nuke, because I was just having a regular game for me. And I was like, this is kind of going well. Like I'm able to, you know, I'm getting some points here. I haven't died here. So I don't know. I'm going to watch this. I might comment where I think it's an interesting part of the game. But I'm going to document the whole game. I'm going to post up the whole game because in the future I might want to come back and be like, oh, here's my first nuke. But I would not say that this is a particularly amazing game. This is just a game where I did really well. It was I was in a great vehicle for the map, and I picked a good strategy. And the enemy team kept coming out, even though we were killing a lot of them. And the caps were in our favor. And yeah, I don't know what else to say beyond that. But I'll like I said, I'll comment on some parts where I think is interesting, just while it's fresh in my mind, and we'll go from there. You know, and at this point, I've finally figured out that I can back into this hill and actually get some shots off. So that's what's happening here. Still doing lots of scouting. They definitely know where I am. I keep having to repair the launcher. But like I said, it's a really quick 5-second load, or 5-second repair. Dodges artillery. The artillery's slightly off. You can see I've got the sight maxed out. I'm doing that peak strategy using the gunner sight. Yeah, I'm sitting here thinking like this is literally my 4th game in the Bradley. Like I didn't even know that if you can't shoot the ATGM launcher off the back of the deck, right? Like it's like I'm sitting here watching this like, why isn't this firing? Why isn't this firing? I'm completely oblivious at this point. Like I'm just thinking this is a regular game. I think I might have like 3 kills. Just kind of sniping and poking. At this point, I was like, hey dude, like I'm pretty sure we've cleared the A point. You can go grab that, you can go capture that. Just watching their kind of spawn. I got a good view of B and their spawn from here. Finally decided it's time to move up. Very exposed right here. Hostile team is capturing A. Okay, so we gotta go help this guy. I think I could probably sneak up on him from a good angle. I'm gonna see that hill right there, that little divot right there. I'm thinking I'm gonna peek on that little spot there. That's where I'm moving to my next firing position. Hopefully I'll have a good shot in on A. Here I call out for air. Go take a look. Nothing I can help with. Looks like A is no longer being captured, so I'm just kind of pushing forward. They've seemed to have finally learned their lesson and not coming out of that direction of their spawn. Just at this point, I'm thinking like we're gonna just push up, roll up into their spawn, camp their spawn, and the game's gonna be over. Like that's literally what I'm thinking. Completely oblivious at this point. Typical War Thunder game, right? I have no idea what the autocannon lead should be for aircraft. Just kind of like trying to get some more points and kills at this point. The game's kind of feels like it's dying off, right? Make an air call out. There's also a prop. And that's important, right? This game I didn't get bombed. So You know, typically you do really well, someone's going to come out and cast and bomb you. Get me a quick little scout there. He's pushing into A. Trying to get my gun down. Got me an auto cannon kill. That's good. Martyr, real soft target. Base defender bonus as well. I get, and since he uncapped it, I get the opportunity to come in here and recap it. Again, I'm kind of thinking I'm gonna get bombed. Like that's typically what's gonna happen here at this stage of the game. Trying to keep my eye on their planes that they got. They got an ME-262 with the cannon on front and some sort of prop. Hearing a noise over my left. It's friendly. Time to push to their spawn, right? That's the phase of a War Thunder game that we're in, right? And as I'm about to do that, A gets decapped. So I fire off. That's a really important mistake. I fire off a missile so that I have 2 missiles, and I'm like, oh, I only got 2 left. Maybe I should stay in B and pick up some more missiles before I go and help out with A. But I'm sitting here like, nah, this game's basically over. I'm going to go over to A. I only need 2 missiles, and I want to be able to fire them back to back if I need to. So I just roll out with the 2 missiles, start heading over to A. Get kind of in these buildings where I can hide a little bit. We have a friendly aircraft come in and bomb the heck out of them on A. Trying to see if they actually killed him. Still headed to A. Now I'm about halfway between A and B right now. And as I get to about right here, they start taking B. And I have a decision. I'm like, oh man, I'm like halfway between A, halfway between B. Which one do I go for? So I end up thinking, I'm like, well, I got better cover if I go to B. They keep bombing them on A, and ultimately we really just need B and C. And yeah, he calls out. He's like, defend it. I was like, well, you're probably in a plane or something. Like, why don't you come capture B? But I'm already headed that direction. Trying to get a visual on who's sitting on B. Looking, searching. And when that bomb, I was thinking that the friendly knew where he was, and I was thinking, but then I hear, and luckily auto cannon on a BMP. But again, he's decapped B, or he has captured B, so it gives me an opportunity to recap B, which is, again, points. I think it's about at this point where I'm like, huh. I mean, look at the Bradley. I don't even have crew replacement. Yeah, that's the first time I actually checked my points. I'm like, okay, 1800. It's a good game, but it's not going to happen. But I don't even have crew replacement for the Bradley at this point. I'm just capturing just so I can capture. I'd really like to replace the gunner, I think, or commander. Here, engines. They're friendly. It's like we now have 1 air superiority. Finally checking my points again. I'm like, okay. So at this point, I'm like, this could actually happen. So I'm like, I need to get the rest of the way. I need to move up. Because I'm thinking the only points available left in this game are at their spawn. Because they're pretty bottled up. So I need to go towards their spawn and get some more points. Again, I did not opt to hold out for another missile, another tow, possibly a mistake. I think about going on the right side of the rock, end up going on the left side so that my launchers, and then I'm like, oh wait, no, they're directly in front here. Try and get a scout, friendly aircraft, try and put a bomb on them. Not able to kill him. But I hear them. And I know that they're tanks, so I don't want to push up. I know I only got an autocannon. So I'm trying to stay relatively... not move. There we go. Bad missile. Get his track. Fortunately, it kind of spins him around, and he's just a leopard, so he didn't have that great of an armor. So I got a kill. Really close now. Need to figure out what this other tank is. I need to get this other tank. I need like 100 more points. If I can get this tank kill, I'm golden. And I'm like, oh crap, I don't have any missiles left. That's bad. So now I'm trying to figure out what the tank is that I gotta kill. Hoping it's another leopard. No, it's a mouse. So at this point, I basically went for track. I went for points. I was like, I need points. If I can get hits on this guy, I can get points. I scouted him. Trying to barrel him. I need points. Like, just give me hits. He finally kills me. I check it. Boom. I got the nuke. I'm like shaking at this point. And that's pretty much it, y'all. I mean, I know I'm not going to get the nuke off, but I got one. And this is the first time I've ever even got one. So I'm pretty stoked. Pressure's off. I'm hitting like save video, save video, save video. I'm trying to let my team know to like not recapture points, let them have it, but at this point I kind of knew I wasn't going to get this one off, but it didn't matter because I've never even gotten this far. So if you're still here, go ahead, like, subscribe. I'm going to be doing more videos, hopefully more videos talking about nukes, but I'll at least be doing a Bradley video in the future, so thanks for watching, YouTube. I'm going to cut out. I'm going to just let the rest of it play. I'll show you the score and everything at the end. Have a good one.